Hello, this is the recorded version of the Parent Orientation 2024 that happened yesterday, September 11th, at the Multicultural Child Development Center. We started by introducing all our team. In the yellow group is teacher Heidi, who is the morning supervisor. In the pink group is teacher Gabi, who is a AM teacher and a PM supervisor. Teacher Angie, who is in the red group, and she is a morning teacher. Teacher Laura, who is in the purple group, and she is a teacher in the morning and the afternoon. Teacher Ross is the morning teacher in the green group. Teacher Jennifer is in the red group, and she is an afternoon teacher, as well as Teacher Maria Elena in the blue group and Teacher Gina in the yellow group. Teacher Allison is our administrative assistant. I work together. I'm Teacher Milagros, the director of the preschool. Teacher Tanya is our food program coordinator. Teacher Ayla is our floater, who is a teacher who gives breaks to all the teachers. And also she is the food program coordinator assistant. Mr. Ivan, he is a custodian. He comes every night and takes care of the school, cleans it, and leaves it ready for the next day. And Mr. Israel, he is our grounds caretaker who makes sure that our school's outdoor area is ready for our children as well. After the presentations, our supervisors have a message for all of you. They started talking about how the children learned. And basically, what we believe is that children learn by playing. Playing is an important part of the children's life. And as you, as parents, probably have noticed that by playing, children can listen, can feel textures, can measure how far their body can take, can explore, can learn new things every day just by playing and experiencing. And they can actually earn so much cognitive knowledge by playing. So that's the reason why we believe strongly that children need to be playing, and then we can take care of the environment that it will provide rich opportunities for children to continue learning in this journey. Our curriculum is actually based on that as well. So we put together a curriculum that is based on children's interest in the most of the cases, or whatever is outside in the children's environments and realities that we know that is impacting our children's life and interest. Like, for instance, if we're approaching the fall and there is a lot of pumpkins outside and apples and people are going to be wearing costumes for Halloween. So that means children are interested on pumpkins and in make believe, and also the fruits and the crops that comes in the fall time. So we will be listening to that as well, and then we will probably put together curriculum around that, as well as the firefighters or trains or airplanes or even orange juices. When children, if children are showing interest about any focused themes or units, we will be investigating together and learning together with the children. We believe that when children are interested on a certain topic, that is most likely that they are going to be learning deeper and remembering that knowledge for a long time, probably the lifetime. The way that we do assessments is by observing. We never give children any testing or reading testings or anything that is going to put them in stress. We just observe children where they are in their stage of development, and we will put together the environment so they can continue growing and learning more. We highly encourage parent participation. during this journey. We believe it's super important that you are part of our educational program. So if you do have any skills or anything that you would like to share from your culture or your family, we will open our doors and we'll be happy to have you come into the school and share that with us. Let's say that maybe you are interested in gardening, or you're a singer, or you like art or dancing, or carpentry, or you are a roof maker. So cooking, anything. Believe me, children will be interested in learning about it, and we can expand that knowledge with children. With that said, we can incorporate math and science and language and social studies with anything basically. We celebrate birthdays every Friday for all the children who turn ages and during that week. And we do something very simple. Their children's friends make cards for their friends, and their birthday kid will decorate their own crown. And at the end of the day, either lunch or snack, our teachers will sing a happy birthday along with all the children. We will share a little piece of ice cream sandwich, and we invite the families to come 15 minutes early so they can be part of this mini celebration. We highly encourage you to be alert on all the artwork that children are bringing home. We have to keep in mind that children do not necessarily have to have art every day. Remember that sometimes children learn by doing things, and those things don't not necessarily are portrayed on paper. So if they are doing any cooking projects, they're learning a lot about science, and it's not on paper. So they're doing other things that they are helping their development. So don't feel discouraged if you don't see any art coming from your child. Is most likely they are doing other things that it's part of their learning experience. Our food program coordinator also shared some information about the menus. We do have a menu that is in 3 cycles. Means that every 3 weeks we do not repeat the menus. So we share the information with you in our bulletins outside, and it's very important for you to read that. Sometimes we may change it depending of the season or the capacity of us getting some produce, but in general we do have those 3 cycle menus in every 3 weeks. Our teacher Tanya makes sure that your children are getting all the food and nutrient components, which means they have carbohydrates, they have proteins, vegetables, and fruits every day, and also whole grain items. If your child has any allergies or any non-tolerance to any kind of food, please come to the office and share with us right away to see if it's possible that we can make any accommodations. Your children are going to be testing some new foods that they're going to be strange to them, or maybe they have not tried it before. We are patient with them. We never force the children to try foods, or we never shame them if they don't try it, or we will not compare them with other children who may are trying those foods. We just highly encourage them, and we just wait until maybe next time they will be trying. So we're just patient, because what our goal is for children to build a good relationship with food and not having a negative reaction to it. The next thing that we talked about is our protocol, or our line of communication, and how we approach this. If you do have any questions or concerns or suggestions, ideas about your child, please go directly to your child's teacher. And in case that your child's teacher is not available that day, go to the child supervisor, the morning supervisor or the afternoon supervisor. If none of them are available, you can come to the office and we will deliver the message to your child's teacher. This way, we're trying to keep the connection directly to your child's teacher instead of going to different routes and have opportunities for miscommunication. Um, so, if you have any things that you need to do about your paperwork or files or vaccines, anything that pertains to the office, you can come to the office directly. But other than that, please go to your child's teacher. We highly encourage you to maintain a close contact with the school, and it is very important. So, your input, your ideas, your comments are very, very valuable to us. So, we have ways to communicate. To maintain a communication with you. So, there are specifically three ways that are the most important ones. The first one is the application called Classly, and you probably heard of this at this point. And if you do not have this application connected with our school yet, we ask you to please, please, please do the best to come to the office and we will help you downloading the application and getting connected with our school. Through Classly, we will have a private and close connection with you. We will be sending all the information about the school, through these messages. Especially, you will be able to communicate directly with your child's teacher, and your child's teacher will be communicating with you directly. We can send pictures, we can post pictures. It's kind of like a private, very, very private Facebook, and also messaging and drive or contact. So please, if you don't have Classly yet, come to the office and we will help you with that. The next way of communication is emails. We are sending a lot of invitations and communications and events and etc. through emails and Classly. So please stay alert. We highly advise you to check Classly and emails every day in the morning and at night. And of course, the other way of communication is through our school's cell phone. It's the 707 899 8040. Teacher Allison talked about the information and identification and emergency information. This is a form that all of you filled it out when we enrolled your child. If you have any change that in that form, phone address or persons that they're going to pick up your child that you authorized, and if this has changed, you need to let the teachers know that, sorry, the office know as soon as possible. It's very important to maintain this form updated and any changes that it has happened. Another thing that is super important is the signing in and out of your child. Every time you come to the school and sign in your child, you are basically giving us the authority to take care of your child. You're passing down the authorization to take care of your child that day. So when you sign in, you're telling us, here, you are now in charge of my child. And when you pick up your child, we pass down that baton to you, back to you. So if you do not sign in or sign out, your child is basically out on the loose. If any disaster, hopefully never happens, but if any disaster occurs, it's your child is not going to be accounted for. So please, please, please make sure that every day you come in, or anybody who brings your child signs in and signs out. When you use a QR code to sign in your child, make sure that you sign your name and last name that is legible, that we can read it. If your signature is unlegible, like we cannot read it, you need to type it. You need to write your name and your last name. We have to be able to read it. Unfortunately, this is the requirement from the Department of Education of California, and if we get at it, as this is something that we always get in trouble with. So please make sure that you sign in with your name and last name. When your child is absent, please always send a text. It's much better because it's nothing urgent. If your child has a doctor's appointment or your child is sick, unless it's something like an emergency, you can make a phone call. But if you're just reporting your child's absent, please send a message or an email, and we will record that absence. Also, when you send somebody to pick up your child, also if your child is sick or you have an appointment, I would highly recommend that you send us a message instead of calling. Unless it's again as an emergency, you can text or email, and we will record that information in your child's file as necessary. But don't worry about calling in any time. It's only if it's emergency. We highly recommend you to dress your child to be independent. We have seen so many children coming with clothing that they cannot take them off to play in the dramatic area, or even worse, to use the restrooms. We are teaching your child to be independent, and if they cannot take off their clothing, they might have accidents, they might feel a lot of frustration, and it's going to regress a lot of their independence journey. So please, please, please keep them at home. All of those clothings that they are tied, they have buttons, they are snaps, they have belts or suspenders, or those really tied up little leggings. So before you send them to school, try it at home and let your child take them on and off using the restrooms or changing on their own, and see how they can do it. If they cannot do it in front of you without any help, means that those clothings are not appropriate for the school. So you have any questions, please come to the office and we will explain a little more about that. Also, children in the school learn by playing, and by playing means they will touch paint and mud, and they would just explore, and they're going to use all their senses without limitations. So please send them to school with clothing that you are not afraid that they're going to ruin. All the nice clothes, keep them at home, and help your child learn by letting them wear clothing that is not that you're not afraid to ruin, because they are going to do it. And please don't tell your child, don't get this dirty or be careful, because that way you are limiting their learning experiences, and we don't want that for our children. We want them to be open and free, and when it comes to exploring and learning through play. Also, we consider sleep as important for their development. Children between the ages of 2.5, 3 years old to 5 years old, they need around 10 to 13 hours of sleep every night. So if your child is going to bed around 10 or 11, it's not good for their health. When children sleep, they are actually resting. It's great for their growth. It's good for their cognitive development. It's good for their mood. It's going to support their health, and also the children, when they wake up, they're going to be ready to focus, and also they're going to be less moody or not moody at all, and that means that we're going to be preventing challenging behavior with that. So please help your child sleep at night. So by the hour of 8 o'clock at night, they should be in bed with lights out. So you can build up a routine by giving them a bath, reading a book, and lights out around 8 at night. So if your child is not doing this at this time, you can start little by little and not forcing it too much, but start now. As important as sleep, most important is their diet. Please, please, please look in your pantry. If you are feeding your children sweets in the mornings or during the day, actually, too, but if your child is starting the day with artificial sugars and sweets and colors like cereals, Lucky Charms, for instance, or donuts or artificial juices, that they have unnecessary sugars for your child, you are poisoning your child's health. So please, please help your child by preventing having these items in your home. And maybe you can leave them for special occasions, but it has been proven by data for the American of Pediatrics of the United States that these kind of items are poisoning our children. It's affecting their cognitive development, is affecting their focus, it's giving them opportunity for having challenging behaviors. And extreme cases, there have been a lot of data that children can develop autism. So please, please, please take those artificial items out of your children's health. Do that a favor to your own family. We are having a couple of classes that one is it supports the other one, so it's important to come to both. The first one is in September 25th, and the other one is on October 2nd from 5 to 7. And these classes are for you parents only. No children should be in the school that day because we're going to be talking about them and we would like you to focus. It's your time. And this is basically, we were talking about how to prevent challenging behaviors. We're going to start with the basics, and then we're going to move into giving you tools, what you can do to support your parenting at home. So we highly recommend you to come to both classes. Don't think that one is enough. You need both because one supports the other one. It's going to be in the school, in the Butterflies room, and we're going to send sign up very soon so we can have a better number of how many families are coming that day. And highly recommended, if you can, both parents should be present. Yesterday and today, especially, we gave to you this questionnaire about your child's development. It's called the Ages and Stages. It's very important for you to fill it out the best of your capacity. You have a week, and the last day to return is next Friday. And please work with that. That way, between this questionnaire and our observations of your child, we will have a better picture of your child's development, and we can move on and work from there and see how can we support your child's education during this school year. We're inviting all the families to consider to be part of our board of directors. The board of directors of the preschool is basically a group of volunteer people that impacts our center's operations, our staff, and your child's education. You basically see the insights, what's happening behind doors in the school, and how we operate, the economics and the curriculum and the staff, and all the fiscal part of our school. So it's very important. We need more members, especially parents. In our board of directors. So if you're interested in being part of this organization, we invite you to come to the office. We meet once a month only, and at this moment we are meeting via hybrid, so in person and also via Zoom. So hopefully we will see you coming to the office and asking more questions about this. We have several ways that we are looking for you to support our preschool. The first one is coming up with some catalogs, and we're going to be sending you a video about that. It's sales, so you can sell products to your friends and family. And the second one is this, the fall school portraits. It's for the AIMEN program. It's going to happen on October 1st, and for the PM, it's going to happen on October 2nd. We take pictures of all the children individually and also a group picture of the morning children and the afternoon children, and we sell packages in very affordable packages. So we're gonna be sending also the forms about a week or so before the portraits dates. And this is it for now. We're looking to collaborate more with you during this school year. So please communicate with us of any questions, concerns, ideas. We are open to hear more from you. Good night.